That's okay. We got the audio, and that's all that really matters. We're here for the audio listeners. The video, they can catch up when they catch up. All right. But anyway, so I got Darcy here. We got Jim, and we have our very special guest. He's even got a sign that says "Our Guest," which is super official.
It doesn't say special, though.
It doesn't say special,
It
but I
should
promise
say
you that
special.
the man is special.
Oh, I believe
okay?
you.
He's special.
I believe you.
I know
So
that.
I've been told. I was
That's
tested.
right. That's King Richard over there. He laughs, but that's...
Is that his real name?
No.
No, my name is Richard Moore.
Okay, get you a little
Maverick-
closer to the mic, man. I want to make sure that people
my name
hear
is
your
Richard
beautiful...
Moore,
There he is.
and Maverick has called me King Richard for the better part of about 5-6 years now, and it's a moniker that I cannot shake, no matter how hard I try.
I even named his backing band the Regents. It's King Richard and the Regents.
Ah.
So part of the reason for that is that when he first started coming out, he's friends with David, you know, Dave and
Dave and
M,
M,
Strange
yeah.
Invitation, right? That whole thing. So back in the day, before there was... My man, look at you, taking care
It's
of
our
us.
technical advisor.
Thank you.
He's
You
not
remember.
just a wood
All
man.
right, cool. He is the woodman.
He is the wood
But
man.
he's not just the woodman.
No,
All
he's
right.
much more.
So the story behind me calling him Richard is David and
What was
Richard.
his name,
They're both
Richard?
kings, King David, King Richard,
I see.
right? So it was a thing, and then it went
Okay.
from there. Oh, Zen says, "Hey, what's up, Zen? That's our executive producer,
Hello,
Zen,
Zen.
Hey,
out
Zen.
there. What's up, man? Hope things are well for you today. No flat tires, right?
Is he here?
good.
Is he with us?
Oh, he's with us.
He's
yeah,
totally
for sure.
with us.
And you know who else is with us? Our sponsor, Marty from Rescued Wood Rehab. What's up, man?
Hey, got your flair, sir.
What was
You
that?
got flair on. That's awesome.
He's got his
yeah.
flare on.
He's got
That's
his
right.
swag on.
Maverick
That's
and
right.
I, for the first time in a while, wearing the same
Matching
t-shirt.
shirts. Look at this.
We got matching
Look
shirts.
at that.
Yeah.
You
Look
look
at
like
that.
you worked hard
That's
today
good.
because that shirt over it looks
Yeah,
a
it's
little,
a mess.
little
Because I
witty.
came.
Hey, look,
came,
Sparrow's here tonight.
Hey, Spiro, we missed you last week.
I came straight here because I had to bring back the table after a big weekend here at the Niche Wine Lounge.
That's right. We had Budstock.
Yeah, Budstock. Bud Moffat was in with his Last Waltz, and that was a great show for the Niche and many, many fans. But yeah, the Maverick Rose Music Hour brought to you by Rescue Wood Rehab. Very proud to do so.
It's more than wood. It's an experience.
It is an experience.
So
Yes, it
I
is.
just want to send a big thank you out from Jim and I. And for those of you that are playing at home, if you're playing here at the bar, whatever you've got close to you, that is a beverage. So don't just
Water.
drink anything.
Water.
If you got
Water.
something
Water.
that's not beverage. But yeah, if you got water, if you got soda, if you got alcohol of any kind, whatever it is, every time that I say Jim and I, you go right ahead and take a drink because that's what we do around here.
Because we're in a bar.
We are in a bar, and it is half-price wine out here at the Niche. We want to thank the Niche for rocking with us as well. We are through the middle of season 3 out here.
We are over the hump.
We are over the hump, and we do half-price wine every single Monday. So during the podcast and the radio show, you can come out here and get your drinks on if
Yeah,
you're into
absolutely.
Get your drink on.
Absolutely. So, looking forward. You and Jim are doing a fun show this coming weekend here
that.
at
We
the
will.
Niche.
I
Yeah.
hear now. I'm not doing a show. Senor Maverick Rose is doing a
Senior
show.
Maverick Rose.
That's right.
Yes, that's what I heard. Yes, and so
Aye.
unfortunately,
Lots of alter egos.
Darcy and I are going to make a special trip to see some of her great high school / college friends down
So
in
you
Florida.
won't be joining us for
So
the 3
next
weeks of
week,
Fest.
next week we're going to be coming in sideways and hot.
Oh, you're gonna be coming in hot. We're
Yeah,
swift
coming
into the
in
parking
hot,
lot just in
yeah.
time.
We are going to be
for the,
hoping like hell we make it
yep.
here on time.
Yeah, yeah, we'll be here. We'll be here. I'll drive by, push her out of the car, and park, and we'll be good.
Perfect.
We'll be good.
He does that
Perfect.
all the time, by the way. It won't just be for this.
Hey, snap. We just got triple hearts from Callie out there in the internet. Thank you, Callie.
Hey, Callie.
Hey, Callie.
Yeah.
Well, cheers. You guys have a great
Yeah,
show.
man. Thank you very much.
All right.
And
Thank you.
we'll catch up. We'll catch up with Marty a little bit later. The Woodman. Zen didn't even say. He said hey, but he didn't say hey, Woodman. Throwing me off, Zen.
He always says
what's up with that?
Woodman.
You always say hey to the Woodman.
Come on, man.
Throwing me off, bro. I don't know
Come
what's
on,
up with
man.
that, man. It is a Monday, I guess.
It's always a
It's
Monday.
always a Monday, though.
It's
That's
always
right.
it's always
That's
our Monday.
right.
But this is
That's
something
right.
I look forward to.
I do too.
You know?
We talked about it. I'm like, if we didn't do this, I don't know what we would do, man.
I told you I would miss it.
I would too.
Mostly because I'd miss you guys and everybody watching.
It's the whole.
but
It's the whole family, right? It's
It
the whole
is.
family. So,
it's the Maverick Rose team.
well, I think it's time that we do your featured segment. You got something old, something new.
I do.
That's what
I
we're
got
doing for
something
season
old.
3. What you got
and
for us?
We got the Billboard Top 10, and we asked for requests, and we got a really good one.
The legendary Keith Baumba sent
He
that in.
did.
Right? Yeah,
Thank
that's
you,
my
Keith.
guitar. That's my
Appreciate
guitar
it.
player out there. So
Appreciate
shout out to
all the
Keith,
support.
man.
Hey, Chuck.
What's up, Bam?
Appreciate all the support. So
Yeah.
well, first he put a Van Halen song up.
I saw that and I was like, that's not a year, bro. You're like, send in the year that you want. And he was like, Van Halen song. I'm like, that's not a year.
That's not a year. Send
The
it
only
to-
number 1 hit that they ever had was Jump.
Well, it wasn't that year, or wasn't this time.
No, that was.
So I don't know why he picked this particular one. Keith,
Zin said he's apologizing. He said he was eating chili. That's why he didn't greet you, Woodman.
all
Got to
right.
get his beans in.
So I don't know why he picked this particular one. So Keith, if you're out there, let us know why. But
Yeah.
he picked April 26th, 1986.
1986.
Top
Right.
10. So this is, well, you and I, we love the 80s.
So that
I
would
do
be
too.
when OU812 came out, the first Van Halen with Sammy Hagar.
Oh, so that would be why.
If I remember, but I don't
Is
know that
Keith-
I don't
is
know that it
Keith,
charted. Is he a
more-
Van Hagar fan?
Yeah.
I think secretly he is, because he's the one that pushes her. He's like, oh, I got to get the tone from all those albums, and I'm like, okay,
all
so
right,
yeah,
well.
we'll see.
All right.
I think
86,
he likes
that
that
was
image.
about when my loathing for the 80s was building to a peak.
Was that,
He's at a fever
that was at
pitch.
its height,
He's
huh?
at a fever pitch.
Well, since you are so good at this, Jim.
Movies and music. No, I'm not.
Hey.
I'm
You're not
good
playing
at
that?
the
You're not going to
80s.
play this?
Scrimshank says,
right.
"What's up? This show rocks." What's up, Scrimshank?
Yo, Scrim
King
Shank.
Richard, are you good at the 80s? Are you going to be able to guess who these are?
I adore the 80s.
I know
so
that you will
I'm-
get 'em.
I'm
My
in for
man.
this.
All right.
That's what's
Okay,
up.
number 10. Take Me Home.
Eddie Money.
Okay.
Oh, you guys suck. You're not 80s. You're
Take
not
me
80s.
home tonight. What are you talking about?
That's a totally different
Eddie Money.
song.
Phil Collins?
Yes.
Oh,
Phil Collins, Take Me Home.
sorry.
I am
Take me
disappointed in you,
Oh,
Maverick.
we will see Strange Invitations Halloween show this. So we're gonna talk about that in just a little bit, man.
All right.
Don't go anywhere.
Your Love.
The
That would
outfield.
be the outfield.
Outfield.
Would
That
make
came out
a
in
great
85,
mashup
so that's
with You Can Go Your Own Way by Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah.
I always wanted to mash those two
I
up.
see that. I
That
see
would
that.
be.
I'd like to mash them up too.
What have you done for me lately?
Janet Jackson.
Rock Me, Amadeus.
Falco.
Yes.
Love
Rock
that
Me
song.
on the Dais by Falco.
Not
I
Amadeus.
really want to.
Yeah,
Amadeus.
Richard's on his game,
I would
man.
love to
Richard's
do
on his
Rock Me
game.
Amadeus with Strange Invitation.
Shoot.
I'm just gonna go ahead and
Still.
throw that out.
Jim and I are in awe of your knowledge.
You didn't even hear what Jim
I'm
said.
sorry,
It
what
was
was it,
pretty
Darcy?
damn funny. Harlem Shuffle.
There. Ooh.
Ooh.
I don't know it. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
What you got?
You got it.
Rolling
Oh,
Stones. Okay.
And I'm going to stand so corrected because I know why Keith picked this now. Why can't this be love?
Van Halen.
Sorry, Keith. My
Yeah.
bad.
Van Hagar.
My bad. My bad, Keith. All right.
Straight from my heart.
All right. Manic Monday.
The Bangles.
Yep.
That was written by Prince. It's almost
Nice.
a note for note recreation of 1999.
Hey.
Oh, really?
There you go.
You can mash those up if you wind your
You should
chords
do
the
that
right
for
way.
us. We'll play it.
Let's see.
Well, not really, because then we can't. But
Demonetized.
I'd like to hear it. West End Girls.
Oh,
Pet Shop Boys.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Love that song too.
Yeah.
Addicted to Love.
Robert Palmer.
You guys want to say that in sync?
We did.
We did.
I know.
Van Halen did a sick cover of that one too. They would play it live. Yeah, that's right.
Womp womp.
Nobody can hear you, so
We need
was
a
a
mic
90s
o-
band.
we're in
isn't it?
space. No one can hear you.
We
over
actually
the
need a
bar.
mic over there.
We do. I need to get a mic over there
All right.
too. We'll work on
Does
that.
anybody want to guess the number one for April 26, 1986?
Nah.
We said his name earlier.
You said his name or?
We said his name.
Oh shoot.
The singer.
Is it Prince?
It is Prince. What's the
Oh,
song? What's the song? What's the
86.
song?
When Doves Cry.
No, but that's an awesome song.
What is it?
Yep.
Kiss.
Oh, okay.
Kiss
Man.
by Prince. All right.
Dave, you got to get over
Nice.
here, man. You're playing
That's
the
right.
game the best.
That's right.
Dave wins. Dave wins.
Hey, that's right.
You're
Yeah,
not
he
here.
said he's not
You're
here.
here. I see
He
you.
got called out.
I see you. I see you.
I love it. Scrimshank doesn't exist, indeed.
All right, I'm
Okay.
gonna throw out some names here, and you're gonna tell me what they have in common.
All right.
Luke Combs, Eric Church, Billy Strings, James Taylor, Sheryl Crow. You know what I'm doing. Sheryl Crow, Keith Urban,
Farm Aid.
Haley
They all North Carolinians.
No.
Haley Zimmerman, the Avett Brothers, Scotty McCreery.
The worst album of all time.
Hey, up top, my brother.
Wow.
Shots fired.
Oh, here comes Marty.
Jim is spicy.
Marty
the
has
spice
opinions
on
and
Jim
feelings.
tonight, man.
Wow. So you want to give me the camera or no? Thanks. I want the camera.
He's spicy too, man.
Yeah. No, they all played a benefit concert this past week for
for Western North Carolina.
Western
yeah.
North Carolina.
Nice. That's awesome.
And you
All right,
guys
good
made a
for them.
joke.
Yeah, you guys
Well,
make a joke. Shame
not
on
about
you.
that.
Shame on you.
Oh yeah, Sparrow hopped right in. Said I all played the benefit concert.
That's right, Spiro. Spiro's my girl, man.
Yeah.
Look,
We're
all respect to anybody who's going to like do good work with their music. You know, even if I'm not into it, that's not the
Sure.
point, right?
You don't like country either? I'm in the wrong podcast.
I like
Hey,
that very
British Jim
small
said none of them are in
crosswalk.
Oasis. You're right, man. You're right about that.
So they played concert
Hey,
for the
Patty.
Carolina. Hey, Patty.
Patty's out there. Patty says hello.
They
Yeah.
played concert for the Carolinas on Saturday night in Charlotte at Bank of America Stadium. They had over 82,000 fans.
That's almost as many people as we had at the Women and Children First show.
Yeah, almost. Everything to the penny was donated.
Woo.
The beer, the
Wow,
food,
that's
the
awesome.
parking, the concert tickets,
How much they pull in?
$24.5 million.
Wow, that's
24.5 million, my friend.
Wow.
So let's stop dissing
Wow.
this. This is some major players here.
That's wild.
And I'm sorry. Huh? Oh, they draw. Absolutely. And that was, I know a lot of people who went, they said it was absolutely amazing. But what I really want to bring to the forefront is still the need for the help and support and donations for the mountains.
Absolutely.
They have not stopped hurting. They're not okay.
Yep.
And this is going to go a long, long way, but they're going to keep needing the donations coming. And I
right.
think this is pretty amazing. It was put together in 28 days.
Wow.
Luke Combs started it. I thought it was Eric Church, but apparently Luke Combs started it. And I think it's pretty damn amazing because I don't see any rock stars doing this. Just saying. Just saying.
All
Don't
right.
see anybody
there
else
aren't
doing
any
this.
rock stars in North
might-
Carolina.
You may
These
be
guys
sur-
aren't all from North
You
Carolina.
may
Well,
be
they're all
surprised at the
Southern.
people that are quietly.
I
donating money
understand
behind
that.
it.
So-
I understand
But I
that.
get your point.
I need
I
to
understand
address
that.
something really quick. So Patty wants to know who the new guy is. So this is King Richard. This is King Richard. He is guitar player in Strange Invitation and is also in Twilight and Vinegar, which is a powerful new group coming to the scene. Fantastic.
Patty,
So,
you can't just stroll in any time you feel like it.
Hey, Jason says good times. Greetings from Durham. Hey, man.
Hey, Durham.
Yeah, out
Thank you,
here surviving
Jason.
the Bull City one day at a time, man. Love it. Welcome to the party.
Tama's looking for the
Have one from
podcast.
Gemini. All right.
perfect timing.
Tasty.
Thank you.
Tasty. That's good.
So if I was near that concert, which I appreciate what they're doing, I would pay the door fare and then go on my merry way, go to Burger King. Or
Hey, Matt Sandy says King Richard. That's exactly right. King Richard.
I'm
man.
going to guess
That's
there was
what's
some
up.
amazing music there.
There was some music there, at least.
You just won't
Hey,
give
look,
it up. man.
hats off to them for doing it.
Yeah,
I respect it.
Every one of those
what
artists,
you
I'm
got.
sure, does at least one amazing song that they probably got to bust out that
There's
night
a
and
lot
give
of
to
amazing
those- to
songs
those
on that
fans.
stage.
And,
Your all's hate for country music is making me sad.
Oh,
it is not to my taste, but there's nothing wrong with that. There's
You know
some
what?
things that are not to your taste, and
You know what? We need some guests that are on my side.
I'm not gonna like yuck your yum, but yuck.
What?
I don't want to yuck your yum, but it's yucky to me.
Yuck my yum?
Yeah, something that you say yum to, and I go,
something
that's
these
yuck.
these kids are
Yucky.
saying now.
I've never heard that. Okay. All right. Well,
It's like hashtag no king shaming.
kids.
I can
These
too,
days.
Jim. I'm the executive producer's wife. All right,
Patty, you can do
That's
whatever
what
you
Patty.
want.
That's
All
right, Patty.
That's right. That's right.
I just want to take a
anyway,
second. I feel like, because like last week I forgot to thank him. I feel like I don't do this enough. So I just want to say thank you one more time, really big to Zen. He puts all of the behind the scenes stuff that happens. So
Thank you,
Zen is out there.
Zen.
He's as our executive producer. And all the complaints and hate mail, he goes in and scrubs them so that when I
we
go to
get
the
a- do we
comment
get a
section,
lot
I
of
don't have to
that?
look. Oh, yeah. People hate us, man. It's awesome.
Well, they might hate certain things.
No, not really. Not
Your
really.
booze mean nothing
But there
to me.
was.
I've seen
I
what you
just.
cheer.
I will never forget. I'll never forget the day that like the internet was slow here, and so the podcast was stutter stepping, and they were like, "You need to fire the producer." I'm like, "It's not his fault." Like,
And we don't get paid. We don't get
right.
paid.
How are you gonna fire someone? Well, he does. I pay him.
Okay. Well,
He's on a payroll. You know what's
all
up.
right. Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
What's up? Is that Boston Bill?
Boston Bill is here.
He throws me off when he wears the light colored hats. I'm used to seeing him in a dark hat, so when he comes in with a light colored hat on, it's wild. Hey, Zen says he's happy to be a part of the team. We're happy to have
We're always
Oh,
happy.
Sparrow says she wants to talk about Keith Urban with you.
Yes, Spira, right? Not only is he hot, but he's got a great voice
Not
and
only
great
is he hot.
songwriting, and they have no appreciation. Unless Spiro's on the other side of that. But I, don't think so.
You're right. I got no appreciation for that.
You got,
there
and
for
that's
that.
just sad.
Not there
Very
for that.
sad.
Shoo.
Very sad.
He was good in Sling Blade.
There you go.
He like them French fried taters.
That was Dwight Yoakam. Never
Oh, I love Dwight Yoakam.
You
now.
said
I'm
that
gonna talk
last
about
week. You
Dwight.
like Dwight Yoakam,
Dwight's
yeah.
one of my favorite people, man.
So you're very selective.
I am. I like things that are good. Oh, snap!
You're the only one laughing.
Anyway.
All right.
All right.
Onward. Anyway.
She said yes, ma'am, to you.
Good.
So she's
Support
on.
the Carolinas. Please keep that support coming.
That's right.
Yep, absolutely. The mountains need us.
They do.
They do.
You know what else needs us? The psychedelic 60s, and Jim's going to take us there in the time machine right now.
So excited.
So,
All right, what do we got
Jim has
today?
been walking us through a deep dive from the 1960s. We're going all the way through things. We've talked about the Funk Brothers. We talked about Hitsville, USA. We have talked about the British invasion, and now it's time to get psychedelic.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite eras of music, too. So when you said this was going to be the topic this week, I was like, oh, I can actually contribute.
That's right. It's going to be
All
nice
right,
and
cool.
trippy out here.
So you knew the topic. I never know what we're going to talk about.
Well, if a
And it
guest is coming
shows.
on, I feel like it's
There you go.
So I'm kind of moving chronologically through the 60s. I could have went garage rock first, but I'll do that next week. There's kind of a link between garage rock and psychedelic because a lot of it is kind of jamming. It's not necessarily weird sounds, and then it moves on to prog rock, which
Yeah.
I'm not talking about prog rock. I don't even like the sound
What's
of it.
prog
Dang it.
rock?
Progressive rock.
Yeah.
Oh,
It grows out
I was
of the
thinking
kind of
Prague.
And they
later
just say
later
prog.
Pink Floyd, Rush, Jethro Tull. stuff like
Sounds
that.
like an
yes.
sounds like an
Kansas.
amphibian penis or something. Prague, you know. But, so
That's a stretch. That's a stretch.
I wouldn't.
That's where you use your left hand or your right hand, right?
Well, you know, lactic acid buildup. It's good to switch off every once in a while. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, and
Call it the stranger.
my weekly apology, Rolling Stone magazine. I wasn't trashing the whole magazine. I just meant their lists when they do lists.
Yeah.
I mean, they do some good reporting and some good interviews, but they're.
So see, this is what I'm asking you. If you get upset if I post things on social media and they're little snapshots.
Oh,
so-
I don't care now.
All right.
And
He's like,
what's the-
no, you're fine.
What's
You're
the
fine.
deal with English muffins? Oh, I'm not doing the bitch of the week anymore. I can't find good English muffins down here.
It's the nooks and crannies that are missing.
What's that one that has all the
Jerry
Thomas's.
like Bay begins
Thomas.
with Bay.
Thomas's are horrible.
No, there's another one, Old Bay, or it's not Old Bay, but it's something with Bay.
Getting crabby.
I'll
over
write
here.
it down and I'll check it out.
I'll get you some.
All right. So, what is psychedelic music? Some of
Prog
it
rock.
is you take LSD or mushrooms and you stop playing, and
That's
it's going to
any
be
music.
psychedelic.
Uh-huh.
Some of it is the instrumentation. You start using stuff like sitars or tablas or theremins. And then you use studio effects, phasing, panning, looping, reverb, you know. And then extended solos, improvisation, where you get people like the Grateful Dead that I'm not into, but this gentleman is. We'll
Rest
let
in
him
peace,
take
Phil
that.
Lesh.
Iron Butterfly, you know, 17 minutes worth. Chamber Brothers Time, 11 minutes. But and it kind of stemmed from folk rock too. Like the Byrds are getting credit for the first psychedelic song, which is 8 Miles High in March of '66. Although there's a band called the 13th Floor Elevators that say they were first
Oh.
in January of that year, but I heard the song they're talking about, and there's no psychedelia in it. It's garage rock. They call themselves a psychedelic band. I'm going to hit them next week with garage rock, and I'm probably going to tear them a new butthole, but we'll see.
We are forewarned.
That's right. Be prepared.
Yep.
So there weren't like just psychedelic bands, period. I mean, bands dabbled in psychedelia. The Beatles and Sgt. Pepper and Magical Mystery Tour, the Stones for one ill-advised album. Grateful Dead kind of got the psychedelic label.
Now, the Stones album you're talking about is his Satanic Majesty's Request,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
It's
Which
got
is-
a couple good songs
It's got,
on
yeah,
it.
it's an
Doubles from
interesting,
that one.
interesting album. Yeah.
And another signifier were band names like Iron Butterfly, Strawberry Alarm Clock, The Electric Prunes, stuff like that.
Yeah, Shankar's kind of part of that Indian infusion.
He
that-
fed to it. I wouldn't call him a psychedelic artist, but he fed into what contributed to
And
it
that was
for sure.
for those of you that didn't hear. That's Shankar. Ravi Shankar. Yeah. Sorry if it's off. If it's off camera, we just
That's
want to make
all
sure that the radio folks can
Everybody gets to
not
hear
just
it, yeah.
Yeah, not just the.
So speaking of the radio, you'll hear
We'll be
about
playing.
15 psychedelic tunes, which I will present chronologically.
Yeah.
And
Because
I
they
don't
are-
know why that's funny.
Because
Am I wasting my time doing this or what?
Oh, he's so salty.
it's not.
I love this era of
Look,
music.
look, I'm just saying, Waldorf and Statler over here are just killing me right now.
Everybody
Like,
loves
it's-
that you write it down and you pay attention.
All right, next.
Hey, Tam and
Now
Al are
let's
with
let
us.
Richard
hey, Tam,
talk.
hey, Al. They're
Rich
with
is,
us.
That's right.
Rich
Hey,
is
Tam
into
and
this.
Al.
Oh, I'm overflowing with joy about this because there's the British school of psychedelia was so much different from the American. They were more singles driven, generally speaking, whereas American bands, especially the West Coasters, were more album driven.
Yeah.
There's different breakdowns of those groups. Like there are a lot of the British artists that sort of followed what the Beatles were doing because the Beatles were very prescient.
You hurt Jim's feelings.
No, he's right. Like English
No.
bands, the
No,
Yardbirds, the Kinks, the Who did some psychedelia. And
Yeah.
No, and
Pink
I
Floyd.
I just
Small
want to say,
Faces.
Jim, we love you. I mean, this is a hit. All the stuff and your attention to detail in terms of music is far extends beyond anybody else. Only a listener, you have more detail to your music than anybody else I know, and in terms of your knowledge, in terms of how you play. And I think that's impressive to watch.
I appreciate it. I think in general, it's
And-
like,
and
who
I-
cares?
I just
out
want to say,
there?
like, the deep dives that you're putting in here, this is the only meat of the show. Everything
I know.
else is fluff.
Everything else
man.
goes to hell.
That's right.
I think this has been a really interesting
Don't we
series.
want
This is
more
where
fluff?
this is where we actually learn stuff, man.
All right.
I think look at your notes. I
Hey,
love it.
Tama says hi, guys. We're watching from Key West. Hey,
Hey,
Tama.
Tama.
Hey.
How's
Good
the
to see you. How's
sunset?
Al?
We're jealous again. Still.
Got one of
So-
Al's balls right here.
So
Wait,
let
Al needs more than
Richard-
one ball.
Oh, we got multiples.
We got
For some
two.
reason,
We got two
three.
Al's
No,
balls.
we got three of them.
All right. Okay.
All right.
Richard
You
was
got your
in
balls,
the
Al.
middle of a point. Oh, let me just mention
Sorry.
Kenny Rogers, your country guy.
Yeah.
His first single was Psychedelia. Just dropped in. We'll play that later.
Yeah,
I wanna
that's a
hear
great
it.
song
Really?
too. It's a great song.
Wow.
Yeah, you've got an amazing list there. That's going to be a treat for folks. I guess the two big things I would mention as far as the psychedelic music movement goes is that one is you can kind of chart the rise and fall of it because it's a short period of time. It's sort of like 67 is when it takes off,
Yeah.
and 70 to 71 is when it declines and becomes other styles of music. And the first thing is 67 is the high water mark year. There are so many good albums that came out at that point in time. And, Pink Floyd released their early singles and then later in the year put out Piper at the Gates of Dawn. Sid Barrett's main effort with them before he lost his way. That's also the year that Jefferson Airplane's second album, Surrealistic Pillow, comes out when they had acquired Grace Slick. And those are some classic songs. Marty Ballin had put them together as the house band for The Matrix, which is a club he founded in San Francisco. The Grateful Dead released their debut album that year. And there's another big, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band came out that year. And that's a high water mark. And then you can also chart that rise and fall of that psychedelic movement in kind of three instances. And there's, as it's rising, there's the Monterey Pop Festival, which is that's the show where Jimi Hendrix famously doused his guitar in lighter fluid, lit it on fire, and smashed it at the end of the performance.
Yep.
And then the high water mark, obviously, is Woodstock.
Yes.
That's where all the big artists played, and it was kind of a clusterfuck. Pardon me for saying so, but like people.
We
got
don't swear on
through
here.
Maverick's already disillusioned with that. But then the fall off of it as psychedelic.
Oh, can I get you to come in just a little bit?
Yeah.
They're saying they're yeah.
Oh, sure.
Yeah,
and
there
then
you go.
the
Perfect.
fall off from that, when the psychedelic movement starts to decline for a whole lot of reasons that would take too long to get into, is the Altamont Music Festival,
Yes.
which is
Yeah.
infamous because
Which
that's
and we have
when-
discussed on some of the other shows as well. Yeah, absolutely.
yeah,
Altamont was.
where a fan was killed by
Yep.
the Hells Angels security
Yep.
guards, and there were no good guys in that
Yep.
story. I mean, everybody was kind of
Well,
crappy.
the Dead pulled out. They were like, we
Yeah,
don't,
they
we don't,
organized
this,
it.
They were like, this
And they
energy
organized it.
is
They were
no
like, the
good,
vibe is
man. The
bad.
vibes are off. We're out.
We're leaving. Yeah, so Altamont accompanies all that stuff that sort of causes psychedelia to go into decline.
Yeah. Just real quick in the comments, Sparrow says that she learns something new every week from Jim's list. Patricia also says so. Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Yeah. And we got some
See?
thank yous for you moving in on the mic, so that's good. Yeah, just
Oh,
want
no
to make sure
worries.
we keep you close there.
Episode 10 will be Woodstock. Episode 11 will be Altamont.
Perfect.
You've
so
thought
we're
them
gonna
all
cover
out.
all
See,
this
that's
stuff.
awesome.
Oh, my goodness.
He's
Okay,
got
so
the full
then,
outline. So
I
we're
don't
gonna
wanna-
we're gonna
No,
do a whole
that's
episodes.
fine, that's
We're doing
fine.
whole episodes on them. Yeah.
all
A
tied
quick
in,
question
you know?
for you, and we did an episode on drugs and music back in season 1.
Well, I wouldn't
But
know anything about that, Maverick.
No. But the question of the reason.
Wow, there's a lot of laughing in the bar here now.
I just want to ask, because we were talking about Syd Barrett and Pink Floyd's first album. Do you think that he was a drug casualty?
No, I think Syd Barrett was someone who had a lot of mental problems to begin with and wasn't able to cope with the pressure of fame. And I think when you already have a fragile mental state and you introduce psychedelics into it, that exacerbates problems that already exist for some people.
And then you add the pressure of performing more and being in the public eye. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's kind of a
and-
perfect storm.
It was, and it's interesting because I think Barrett has this legendary status among Pink Floyd fans and among rock fans as like,
Sure.
oh, the guy who went crazy on acid. And Jimmy Fallon actually like hit Roger Waters with that in an interview at one point, and was talking about how cool it was, and Roger Waters was like, no, that's not cool. That was my friend.
Yeah.
And I lost a good friend because he was mentally ill and people didn't know how to care for him, and he made some decisions that weren't great for himself. So it's sad, but no, I don't think acid did anything but make problems that were already there even worse.
Come to the surface, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's usually the way that goes with those
Usually
types of
does.
drugs.
That's
Yep.
fair. That's fair. I just want to get your take on it because I know that you're well read on the subject. So that's while I had you here. Cool. Anything else to add, Jim, before we segue?
We shouldn't get really smart people on here too often. It makes us look like dope.
Don't worry, I counter it all out, Jim. I counter it all out. We're good. We're good.
He's more than just a pretty face, man. There's a big brain in
You
there
do this
too.
every week, though, and I'm just dropping in for one show. I'm blowing my wad all at once here.
Look out.
You got it? All right. All right, so now we'll lighten it up a little bit, maybe. I don't know.
While you're doing that, you know what I washed my car window with this week? Vomit.
Ooh, what happened?
You know when you pull into a gas station and it's got squeegees in the bucket there?
Oh no!
Someone had
jogged in the
puked into one
squeegee
of them.
bucket.
And I'm scrubbing away. So this ain't working very good.
That's awful.
No.
Oh.
Ew.
All right. Well, segueing from
Sure, that was something.
segueing from the vomit.
All right.
I just want to, this might be
That should be wine of the week.
This might be this might be equally nasty. So we're about to go into a segment that we like to call Highlander. The way that Highlander works is you must
Yeah.
choose, and there can be only one. So there will be 2 items on a piece of paper that are going to come from our lovely gotcha machine here. It's freshly tuned up. I got fresh oil from Japan.
It's funny how it keeps coming up with new ones.
So I've learned that as long as I pack it in rice, when we're done, it's good. So
very
it's happiest
nice.
in that
Good.
place. Oh, Patty says she's heard that people pee in those all the time too, Jim. So you might be washing them with all
that's
different.
probably
That would
better
be
cleaner-
fine.
Do you need to
Urine-
take that? You want to take that on the air?
I
That
can,
might have enough
It's
uric
spam.
acid in it to
Should I
eat.
take it
No,
and,
no,
and
no.
I
tell
can
them?
deal
Yeah.
with urine, but
Sorry.
vomits. and
So yeah, Scrimshank says the game is brutal. Zen says there can be only one. Yeah. So back to Highlander. Highlander works like if you're joining us for the first time. Highlander works as there can be only one. So there's going to be 2 artists, 2 genres, 2 songs, 2 albums,
somethings.
whatever. You'll have 2 choices. You must choose. So if you go beyond this point, you're going to have to weigh in. So whether you're watching online or whether you are here in person. So, oh, British Jim says Maverick McLeod of the Clan McLeod. That's right, man. So,
All right.
one of these you will save for all eternity. They will be preserved. Their entire catalog will be preserved in the Library of Congress and taught to children as key foundations of our society. The other will be jettisoned out of the airlock into music hell, the vacuum of space, to be destroyed from everyone's memory for all time. Which really messes with Jim, because if you're like, well, if it's the solo artist, does that affect them with their band as well? The answer is
We
maybe.
don't know.
Maybe.
This is all.
don't know.
This is all
Time paradoxes
hypothetical.
are weird. Who knows how that's
We
all
don't know.
hypothetical. So let's go. We're going. Patty
All right.
says, "Let's go." We're going.
Let's
Sparrow
do it.
says, "I don't know why that made me laugh out loud, Patty." But
All right, guys, let's go ruin the timeline.
Thought it might cry. All right.
Let's do the time warp again.
All right. Yeah. You go first.
All right. So we got a couple write-ins this week. So I'm
Nice.
all
Awesome.
of mine are write-ins.
Oh, you were holding out on us.
So your first choice, Queen or Prince?
Oh. No, that's not fair.
Queen.
That is unfair.
Simple for me. Queen.
Queen, that's 3. 4 queens.
With regret, I must agree that we keep Queen.
Queen. It's all Queen.
And I feel bad, but that is a Sophie's choice right there.
It says Queen.
Ah,
You going Prince?
I'm gonna go Prince.
Prince?
I'm gonna go
Respect.
Prince.
One Prince. I need to go
Prince.
purify myself in the waters of Lake Minnetonka. Queen. That is mean.
Yeah,
Like,
There's been some
that's
mean ones.
this is
exceptionally
tough,
cruel.
man.
There's
This is
been
tough.
some mean ones.
Yeah,
Why?
Tama says Queen.
Prince had one good album.
Sparrow says Queen.
What's your one good album?
The obvious one, Purple Rain.
Purple Rain. Yeah.
Valid.
I gotta say Queen. Yeah.
Even
gotta
his
say
greatest hits album isn't
Queen.
any.
So it's we
I'm
did
now them's fighting words, Jim.
we did manage to get a Prince here. Let's go.
We
Queen.
did.
let's
I
not-
don't know.
we're not
if-
talking about
I don't know that
Batman
I really
soundtrack.
believe
We're
Prince
just
should stay
we're gonna
between
skip that.
Queen and Prince, but just to
buck the system.
just to say
So
it.
we got the one Prince saver, and then everybody
Maybe.
else is Queen. It's all the internet's Queen. We're all Queen. Everybody here's Queen, right?
Everybody.
Yep. Universally Queen. All right.
And everybody online too, right?
Everybody. Yeah. All of the internet. Oh, Jason says Prince solely for the solo in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Valid.
Patty says Prince had a good album? Question mark.
Oh, no.
All right, Pat.
Oh no.
Prince had many
She
good
got
albums.
shots.
Prince can play a mean guitar. I'll give him that.
You can.
British Jim said he would not save Prince Andrew.
Well, who would? Prince Andrew didn't save himself. Even.
Not sure many people would. Yeah.
You know.
I have a condition in which I don't sweat. Yeah, no one's buying me.
And he's home now. He's
Techno
not
pop
across the
songs I
pond.
couldn't take.
He was
We
mad
need to
about
mix
one
up
of
the eggs.
He was mad about one of those Rolling Stones lists. Yeah, that's what Jason said. All right.
Is this another
It is.
write-in?
This is another write-in. These
That
are
was a
from
good
our
write-in,
fans.
the first
Yeah,
one.
right.
that's savage. That we are off to a strong start with that.
Oh, David Gilmour versus Roger Waters.
Wow, that's a laugh on that one.
I don't know enough about who did what. Waters is the writer, Gilmore's the guitar player. I don't know. I'm not a big Floyd fan, but I think Gilmore's a good guitar player, so I'll go with him. Plus, Waters seems to be somewhat of a dick, doesn't he?
He does
Yeah.
indeed.
If we're talking about who wrote and recorded better songs and albums, then we keep Waters. But if we're talking about who's a better musician and a better person, David Gilmour by a mile. So I don't know.
Scrimshank says David.
You know this is over my head, so I'm going to go with whatever Jim says.
What did I say? Rory Gallagher.
Yeah.
I
I'm
want
gonna
to
go.
get scratched off once.
I'm gonna go. Oh, Patty says Gilmore. All right, that's some Gilmore.
You're gonna
Yeet
go-
them both and bring Prince back, says Sparrow.
Wow! Thank you,
Zen
Sparrow.
says David
Thank you,
Gilmour.
Sparrow.
Yeah.
Were these write-ins written by Dave and M? They were not. They were not.
Was that them just texting them?
British Jim says Gilmore. I'm going Roger Waters.
I knew you'd go with your birthday.
Yeah, I have to. So Roger Waters and I share a birthday, and he's actually one of my favorite songwriters of all time. I think he's a fantastic songwriter, and I like his solo albums, Pros and
Yeah,
Cons
I
of
do too.
Hitchhiking. Like,
Amused to Death is an amazing
Yeah,
album.
amazing.
And I'll agree with you on the basis of the quality of the music that they write.
yeah. But when he steps off stage, you can just get him right out of there. Like, I don't care about him as a
because
person.
no one wants to hear
He's a
Roger
jerk.
Waters perform his music with his bass by himself.
Yeah.
He needs a backing
Exactly.
band. Gilmore or no Gilmore.
Dave is
No.
like waving over there.
Patty says Oasis.
Oh, you're
Patty
fine.
says she'll take Oasis.
Greatest British
All right.
rock band
That's
since the
right.
Beatles.
That's right.
Are we going to
Oh,
do?
if we're talking about jerks in bands.
Oasis wins.
Are we going to get another red egg?
No.
Oh.
It's a yellow one. Jim?
Oasis
I always
gets
think
too
that's
much
mine.
I know.
airtime.
Oasis what?
Gets too much airtime for my taste.
Oh, you know who doesn't? Taylor Swift.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
oh
had
man,
to.
you know, I wanted to bring my Taylor Swift guitar picks to show off, and I completely
I
forgot.
say so. We made it 35 minutes and 30
There's
seconds
no we.
in
There's
before
no
we
we.
before
No,
we
that's
got
your
to
fault.
Taylor Swift.
There's
I
no
know.
we. There's no we in Taylor.
Well, then Travis needs to step his game up.
Lupe Fiasco or Lucan the Wolf Boy? Oh, wait.
Who are these people?
I crossed that one out.
What?
That ain't the one. It's one for you, buddy. Morrison or Morrissey?
Oh, shoot Morrissey into the sun, please. And I don't even like the Doors that much.
You got to go Morrissey. Now, I didn't just randomly do that. They're both like lyricists. They're not really
Did I break?
musicians. They're not really music
Or did
writers,
Jim
right?
break
They
that
both
one?
just write lyrics. So I thought that was interesting.
I need a minute.
He's gonna cry. Now he's sad.
He's going to cry? Is that because he likes Morrissey that much? Is it-
He loves
Now
Morrissey.
he's sad.
I would yeet my own musical career out to save Morrissey. Sorry. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's dedication.
Yep.
Respect.
Yep.
And I've heard
And-
enough
but it's-
Morrissey songs to know he's pretty good.
But it is hard for me because I wouldn't be here playing music if it wasn't for Jim Morrison. In fact, the poetry books wouldn't exist if it wasn't for Jim Morrison. So that's
Heard,
really tough
heard.
for me.
So then you would not exist. Your
I do
career
love
would
her.
not exist.
Yeah, that's right. But I gotta go Morrissey. He's my favorite. He's my absolute all-time favorite. Let's see what we got. Patty says Morrison. Zen says Morrison. British Jim says sticking with the Jims. Morrison. Sparrow Morrison. I'm going to be the only Morrissey guy, and that's
Jeez.
okay. I'm okay with it. I'm
All
okay
right.
with it.
Okay.
Anybody else? Everybody's Jim Morrison, right?
I-
Yeah, of course. Yep. 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 All
Everyone's
right,
sticking
that's
with
cool.
Jim.
All right. So Morrissey and I will fly into the sun. All right. Okay.
I
See?
didn't want it to be that brutal.
It was brutal for him. You did that on purpose.
You owed me one.
You know him. You know him best.
Well, I'm going to screw myself a little later on one of these.
With
so.
one of those.
Yeah.
Okay.
On camera or?
Mine are really innocent compared to these. They're a lot easier. They're a lot easier.
All right. Let's see what we got here.
Okay. Is this another someone sent
This
in?
is a write-in. Yeah, I don't have
Okay.
any originals this week.
Okay.
I'm still kind of shook from that last one, though.
Your hands are shaking.
They are. Like, it's really. All right. Poison or Motley Crue?
This goes back to the chlamydia or gonorrhea thing.
I will reluctantly say I'm gonna step up to bat for Poison here.
Ooh.
I think I like their catalog better than Cruise overall. I don't know if they're a better band, but I like their songs better.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
Oh,
Jim
you
has
guys
a
are all
call
getting.
now.
You guys are all getting phone calls. You guys are all getting phone calls.
Is that
on the
that
air.
controversial opinion? We get call-ins?
That's it. Somebody's phoning in. They said, "Get that guy off the air."
I want one of us to answer.
Do it now.
Name the big song from each band, because I don't even know.
Let's see. Poison would be Every Rose Has Its Thorn or Nothing But a Good Time. Those both
Yep.
were their big,
All right.
big hits.
Yep.
Motley Crue, Kickstart My Heart, or Dr. Feelgood?
Yep.
Or Girls, 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 I
Yep.
guess.
Smoking in the boys' room. Shout
Sounds
out
like
the devil.
Poison for me then.
Poison is Every Rose Has a Thorn.
Yeah, that
They
ain't
are.
a bad song.
Yeah. Unskinny.
Who was their singer?
Brett Michaels.
That was Poison?
Yep.
Yeah.
I thought he was
yeah.
in something
C.C.
else.
DeVille
Okay.
was their lead guitarist. He was absolutely insane, but
I
fun
thought
Poison.
I thought he was in a different band. Okay.
Cece was. They almost got him for Guns N' Roses.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah. And I think Slash is the better guitarist of the two.
Yeah.
But C.C. ain't bad.
No.
No hate for him.
Internet's all Poison so far. I'm going Motley.
I knew you would.
Fair.
I knew
And
you
I
would.
have to. I
M's
have
got
to.
Motley.
Even though we got
M
Motley.
says Motley.
Motley. Yep. Keeping Crew was never a big fan of either. Yeah. Poison over there. Yeah. It's funny. Poison's for a different reason, indeed.
not
You know,
even sure.
it's tough for me, but because I poke a lot of fun at Vince Neil, but I do actually have a soft spot for Motley. So and it's tough because I like Poison also, but.
Yeah.
Motley, let's see. Sparrow says Motley because Too Fast for Love is my favorite record of all time. That's fair.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Sing it.
Too fast for loving, baby. I can't do Vince Neil, man. Like,
That's Jim's. That's Jim's.
You're
Not
part
Yes,
yours.
it is. Kelly says I have to say
Hey, how
Motley
come you're not
too.
getting
Yeah.
this?
I don't know.
You
Did you
almost
put mine
dropped
in?
it in there.
So here's what happened. You put all of yours in at once. So I mixed the others in, and then you just dropped all of yours in at once. So we
Sorry,
gotta
I
put
did
them
it
in
wrong.
order. No,
I'm
you're
out of
fine.
booze.
There's no way. There's no
Apparently
wrong
I
way
did
to
it
do
wrong.
There's no wrong way to do it. There's no wrong way to eat a Reese's.
There is no wrong way for that.
I like to eat the peanut butter first.
That's a long one, Jim.
Whistling
That's what she
past the
said.
grave or yodeling in the canyon. Oh, no, that ain't it. I crossed that out.
I know which one I'm voting for.
Alice Cooper or Alice in Chains?
Ooh, Alice Cooper, hands down.
Cooper.
Cooper.
That's
Yeah,
Chains.
David is saying Alice in Chains.
Yep.
But
Cooper, I don't even know any Alice in
Cooper.
Chains songs.
Sure you do. We play them.
We do? All right. Are they good?
Yeah, you like them. No, Zen said we just got a Reese's sponsorship. Nice.
Awesome.
Let's go.
Awesome. I make homemade Reese's.
Yeah.
They're good.
I like the Reese's candy bars that are like they're like the blocks that are just filled with the peanut butter. Those things are amazing.
Oh yeah.
Fast break.
Fast break. Do they make those anymore?
Alice Cooper. There's Alice in Chains. Alice Cooper. Alice Cooper. Alice Cooper. Yeah, it's gonna be Cooper. Cooper's gonna win this one.
Cooper. Cooper.
Look, you
You were
can't
pretty-
you
you
can't
were
put a
pretty
good
passionate
stage
about
show
that,
down.
Dave.
Oh, we got a blue ball here.
All right.
Finally.
Jeez.
See what Darcy's rocking with this week.
It's not. It's so innocent compared to you guys, but it's
Is
kind
it?
of relevant to some of them earlier. All right. So.
You maybe choose between MTV and VH1. There's not. You pretend that you're innocent.
Oh no.
All right. Bohemian Rhapsody
Yeah.
or Funeral for a Friend.
Oh, Bohemian Rhapsody.
Bohemian
hands down.
Rhapsody.
Bo
Yeah.
rap.
Yep. Bohemian Rhapsody or Funeral for a Friend. Bohemian
I
Rhapsody.
don't even
yeah.
know who did Funeral for a Friend.
That's Elton John.
Oh, okay.
Elton
John,
John.
yeah.
His 3 different versions. Whenever some big shot dies, he rewrites it.
Yep.
Right?
That's Candle in the
Candle
Wind.
in the Wind.
Oh, never mind.
That's the other Elton John.
5,000.
That's
What's
the
the
other
one?
in the wind.
You're 5,000 candles in the wind.
Bye bye, little Sebastian.
That's right. Yes. That's my favorite Mouse Rat song.
Sing Funeral for a Friend. I don't remember it.
Most of it's instrumental,
Yeah.
and it's an awesome song.
It's all the internet's all Bohemian Rhapsody. Oh, Sparrow says Funeral for a Friend.
See, 'cause
you guys
Sparrow,
look
Sparrow
at
and I,
look at that.
Sparrow and I
Look
are
at that.
buddies. That's right.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I know.
Y'all girl power.
Big girl power. We love it. Go.
Dig
That's
it.
right. That's right.
All right, this is our last round of 3 right here. Look
Okay.
out.
Well, it's you and me. Oh no,
Jim,
me and you.
say Gemini.
It's Gemini.
Hey, everybody.
Need
have
more
a drink.
booze.
Everybody drink. Everybody's drinking so much they're not even paying attention to us.
That's good.
That's good.
Yeah.
I don't know. Marty wants the camera on.
Oh, does he?
I don't know. He said something.
What's going on, Marty? Oh, I did say Gemini. And then I just said it again. Let's go.
He's empty. He's empty. All right. Sticks or Foreigner?
Sticks or Foreigner? Ooh, Foreigner.
I'm gonna go with Foreigner.
Foreigner just got into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Yeah, I gotta go with
really?
Foreigner as well.
Foreigner.
Yep,
They rock.
Foreigner.
Sticks.
I like Sticks,
I'm
but I love Foreigner.
I love Dennis DeYoung. I love Dennis DeYoung.
Yeah, Foreigner. Foreigner. Yeah.
Wow, I thought it'd be more competitive
Internet's
than that.
Internet's going Foreigner. It looks like.
South Park goes Sticks.
We'll see. Any Sticks? If you're in there, if you're in the tanks for Sticks, we need to hear for you. You like them more? You like them more than Foreigner though?
Equinox was Stick's best album. Tommy Shaw was not on.
Yeah, that's fair.
One of my
Yeah.
favorite songs is "Lady." I love that song.
Hey, lady.
Not that one.
You're really
Internet's
dating
all Foreigner.
yourself with the
Internet is
Nobody
all
said
Foreigner.
Sticks but
no
me.
Sticks. No Sticks, but you.
Bill, are you Sticks or Foreigner?
Remember, Foreigner goes away forever.
The Moon
if you
and
pick
Ice.
Sticks.
I don't.
Has the best song, but Foreigner's whole portfolio is better.
Yeah, so the bar is saying the Sticks has
So-
better songs.
We got one Sticks
Who?
online.
Who?
Hey, Jason says finish the song, Richard.
no. Yeah. No, you'll have to do it yourself now.
I thought that would cause a little more competition.
I prefer. Sparrow says I prefer Tommy Shaw and Damn Yankees. Yeah, that's fair.
All right.
We'll be playing some Damn Yankees later tonight, by the way. Can you take me high now?
Beatles or Elvis?
Nah. No, you're getting veto. Not this week. You can do that next
throw
week.
them both
Send
in
it
the
in,
ocean.
Bill. Come say it out loud out here.
That's right. What'd you say, Jim?
The Ass Monkeys or the Tit Twisters? Oh, no, those aren't real. I made those up.
The Arctic Monkeys.
All right, this is the big one, and I know it's going to piss me off, but I'm doing it anyway. Beatles or Stones? Kiss my ass.
The correct answer to that would be the Rolling Stones.
Ooh. Ooh.
Oh, all right.
Uh-oh.
That's surprising. I thought people would.
What's Ted doing?
Absolute Beatles.
I will die on this hill. I will die on this hill.
I think you're going to have Maverick on your side.
Shoot the Beatles into the sun. Keep the Rolling Stones.
Maverick's having a hard time with this one, too.
It's so hard.
It's not. Am I on? Okay, I got a new egg.
All right.
Kind of pretend, but anybody who's ever played at the Niche or Bud Moffett,
Who is Bud Marvin?
Anybody who's
be
ever-
careful how you answer this because you might get cut off.
Well, I mean, I'm anybody who played at the Niche, so I want to keep me.
Everybody here is everybody played at the Niche.
Okay, who brought us the biggest crowd we've ever had?
Maverick.
Bud Moffett is the king. I'm sorry, Maverick. Bud's the king.
Thank you, sir.
Can we add up all the people that have seen Maverick at the Niche?
Oh, when
All
he
right.
comes back when he's 70.
Let me
Yeah.
get back to the Beatles and the Stones here. All right. So
Why?
the internet. Zen says Beatles. Let's see. Patty Beatles. Sparrow Beatles.
I'm sorry, they are all wrong.
British Jim says there can be only two. Jason says the Beatles purely for the songwriting. Don't love them, but Beatles.
I would choose the Rolling Stones. But you knew I would say that.
No, I didn't know.
No, you didn't know? Okay.
This is really hard for me.
It shouldn't be.
Is Jason our buddy, the guitar player? Or another Jason?
This is really hard.
All right, we can't have dead air here, and someone's phone is ringing.
I know. I'm working through it here.
You realize this really isn't going to make anybody go away, right?
It does though, but it matters. It
Really
matters.
not.
It
You can
matters.
abstain till next week if you need to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Think-
I think you should
Then
just
you can
do a
cor-
segment on
then you
this
can
next
correct-
round.
I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to.
sit
I'm,
with it.
All right, why don't we
Beatles.
just...
It's Beatles.
All right. Okay.
Why
It's
so
all right.
definitive, Richard?
I just, in short, I put the Beatles in the same category of musicians as I do artists like Creedence Clearwater Revival and Elvis, who a lot of their early stuff they stole from other artists who did it better and made it acceptable for white people to listen to it, and that's kind of the only reason they got famous. I don't like their bubblegum era at all. I think their psychedelic era is pretty good. I think the Rolling Stones just wrote better songs over the course of their career and are a better live show. And they've also had a much longer career because they managed to stay together.
Okay.
Also, Yoko Ono, deal breaker.
I disagree with everything but the longer career. So
Yeah. Also, Mick Jagger was voted by Billboard as the greatest frontman of all time.
There is that.
So it's tough. It's tough for me.
Oh my gosh. I am
Y'all are
so
blowing up
sorry.
today. Look, we got to
You know, I
silence
think
your
it's-
cell phone when you come on the show
I
from
think
now on.
it's
That's a new
all-
rule. I'll write it up here
I
somewhere.
think
We'll
it's
have
all
it.
political stuff.
It probably is.
Yes, it is.
All right.
All right.
So we keep things rolling along here. What you got?
This is not going to be as hard for everybody. All right. Michael Jackson
Yep.
or Prince?
Oh, Prince.
Prince is up like all
Prince.
the time now.
I
Look at
know.
this.
That was weird.
Prince,
yeah.
people love Prince, man. People love Prince. Prince versus Michael
It's
Jackson.
the easiest choice of the night.
I said it was going to be easy, but not for everybody.
if I'm going strictly music, I'm going Michael Jackson. But if I'm going
Yeah,
overall,
Michael Jackson. Yeah.
if I factor in other things, then I'm going to lean.
Hey,
towards
Jason says
Prince.
F Yoko.
No one's going to disagree.
That's right. Nobody's going to disagree. with that.
There's
Yep.
no
It's not,
Yoko
that's a
contingent
non-controversial
that's
opinion.
gonna
So
stand
you were,
up.
Michael Jackson for his music, but if you take the whole package,
Overall,
yeah,
I
But we're
guess
not.
I'd
We're
lean
just doing
towards-
music.
It's just the
We're
music.
doing
It's just the music catalog.
All right,
yeah,
Michael
we don't have to
Jackson.
talk about that. Oh, Prince, Jackson. It's another tough one for me because I actually like both of them
I know you
about
do.
equal for me.
What's everybody here
Um,
say? No one said anything. yet.
Yeah. Anyway, well, we got Michael Jackson.
And it's actually Jackson 5 music.
Jackson.
I didn't care for his solo stuff.
Jackson.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm going Michael Jackson, and
Yeah.
that's hard because I like Prince a lot, but yeah, MJ for music. The internet's about split. It's about 50-50
Yeah.
on the internet. So So interesting. Well, that's our last one of Highlander for this week. If you want to have your choices featured, feel free to go ahead and go over to MaverickRoseMusic.com, hit that inbox, or you can hit us up on social media. If you see me out into the world, just walk up to me and be like, "Hey, what's up, man?
Dude,
Can you put this in for Highlander?" Yeah,
Submit your most divisive queries.
that's right.
That's what we want.
Tax says, "How dare you put those two against each other?" Yeah, I know, man. I know it's tough.
Because that's the game.
Yep, that is the game of Highlander.
Don't
That's
hate
how it
the
works.
player.
So
Hate
I
the
don't
game.
want to talk about something because these have been here all evening,
Oh,
and I want to
nice.
say this is this. Look, I'm going to show this to the people who can see, and for those of you that are listening, I'm going to read the text that is on it. So, strange invitation. Let's see. Their sinister majesties request the favor of a reply to this. Strange invitation will be here for a night of All Hallows revelry, delivering dark and dulcet tones for your enjoyment and spirits for the spirited, be they living or departed, with special guests Twilight and Vinegar and the What Stripes, Saturday, November 2nd at the Niche Wine Lounge, 109 North Main Street, Holly Springs, 275 8 p.m. till 11 p.m.
Yes.
Come out here and get spooky, y'all.
Yeah, thank you very much. We're really, really looking forward to that show. It looks like David wants to step in and say something here.
Yeah, it's going to be a great show. That's our Halloween show. We've got songs on the show that we never do, including Thriller and Ghostbusters.
Sorry for your ears.
These are songs that we never do.
Ever?
We've never ever
Not
done them in public
previously.
before.
So you're not going to do them?
But we've been working on them, and we're going to do them one night only
One time.
this Saturday, November 2nd,
At
right
the Niche.
here at the Niche Wine Lounge.
So you want to just go ahead and block off your whole weekend because Jim and I will be here on Friday.
Yes.
And Strange Invitation, Twilight and Vinegar, and the What Stripes will all be
and
here.
a
So
lot
you get
more
3
Halloween
dance
music
ones.
also.
That's right. So it's going to be.
Those are the big ones. The other ones are a surprise.
Are
It's gonna
people
be-
going to be dressing up for this?
Yes,
Oh
costumes.
yeah,
Costumes
if you
all
want
weekend.
to come out in costume, please
Costumes
by all
all
means
weekend,
do.
please.
Like we're
Yes.
so excited about
We
this. The
love
last couple of years for open mic nights, we've come out and done some Halloween sets. And so I really wanted to build on that this year and threw out a very ambitious list of music to the band, and they've been like nice enough to learn a lot of songs in a short period of time, so we can come out here and give a good spooky party night. We're really looking forward to it.
Are you guys playing Halloween music?
No. So this is something that I want to talk about, actually. So in the little bit of time that we have left here, as a cover artist, as musicians, as a patron of the arts, as somebody that listens to music, and feel free to weigh in, internet and people here as well. I just want to talk about like the idea and the concept of novelty holiday songs. So I don't have a problem with it, right? Like it's great. We all love the Monster Mash and Thriller and those kind of things, and certainly when Christmas and the holiday season comes around, you get all the different,
Some great songs.
people want to hear the Hanukkah song by Adam Sandler and all that good stuff, and it's all good. It is all good. I don't take issue with it. The question is, as a cover artist, do you spend time learning those songs for 1 gig a year? Obviously, you guys did, and that's fantastic.
So our approach to it has been that there are going to be some songs we're going to learn for this set that we're
Yes.
only going to do tonight and on future Halloween bookings. But one thing that we look for when we build these set lists is we also want stuff that's kind of evergreen that we can play anytime.
Sure.
We started doing I Put a Spell on You.
Yes.
As a result of our last Halloween set, and it's become a main rotation in our set
yeah,
list.
you can play that year round. Sure.
And so we definitely took an eye toward that and said, well, what can we learn that's appropriate for the holiday, but that we can use evergreen, that we can play anytime we want. And so you will definitely be hearing some of that too. But then, like at the end I think it's easier for Halloween because you can find stuff that fits the theme from a lot
yeah,
of
because
genres.
like we'll do Psycho Killer and there's stuff like that. that you
Yeah,
can
or
do
like
where it's
there's a lot of Squirrel Nut Zipper songs that would be
Yeah.
great for Halloween
Oh,
as
yeah.
an example. But Christmas is harder.
sure.
Like winter holiday show when you're really there's a very small number of standards there, and you're not going to play that stuff outside of the holidays.
And so
Pure and simple.
there's two ways that I've dealt with this, and I want to hit the comments really quick. So Jason says F Monster Mash. All right, that's fair.
Agreed.
And then Matt Sandy said, yeah, because it's fun. So you do learn the songs because it's fun. And no, I get that, and there's nothing wrong with being festive. I agree with you. Halloween's a little bit easier because, like you said, some of those songs you can use them in other places. You're not only using them for the 1 or 2 or 3 shows that you play around the holiday. I agree also that Christmas is more difficult. The way that I usually get through it is I will change the lyrics around of songs that I already play. So, we're knocking on
You're good at
Santa's
that.
door.
You're
We're
good at
knocking on Santa's
all
door.
right.
Stuff like that.
Fair enough.
And just swap stuff up. Because the thing is, especially with Christmas, my thought is, you hear that music from like November 1st until
waiting.
like
I'm
January.
waiting.
Can I
so excited.
Can I
Yeah.
tell
Love
you
it.
something though?
And so when you get to come see a show where you're not having to listen to that for 3 hours, you're like, okay,
It's
other music
refreshing.
still exists.
Yeah. But I will tell you, like, as a musician the last few years, working on the guitar bits to play a version of Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You, it's
Yeah.
addictive.
Yeah.
All the songs
Yeah.
become one song.
Sure.
In the end, we will all modulate back to the same key, ya, Mariah Fatane. Like, people,
Jason says, I feel it in
eats
my
your
fingers.
brain. It's such a great earworm.
Sure. Or like for me, I just want to do Last Christmas. You got to do Last Christmas.
Oh, I love that one.
Whamageddon. Let's go.
Emily's been kind enough to sing Last Christmas, and we've done it a few times, and she
That's
does
awesome.
a great job
I
on
wanna hear
that.
that.
Awesome. Yeah.
I
We'll
wanna
look forward
hear
to
that.
it when the season gets here.
Yeah.
So you've been silent on this, Jim. What's your take?
I need a minute on early Beatles and early Stones.
Oh, whoa. All right, when we transition to the radio portion of the show, you guys can go outside and hash it out for the 3 minutes that we're doing the intro.
We will settle this with
Let's
fisticuffs.
see. Patty says she listens to Christmas music year round, which means Zen does too. It's my bedtime music now.
Ooh-wee.
There's some great Christmas
Woo.
songs.
All right. Oh, no Whamageddon. All right.
Yes, Whamageddon.
Yes, Whamageddon. You got to keep. They're still talking Beatles.
Still talking
we gotta
about the
keep
Beatles.
the Beatles.
Why are you
They're
still talking about the Beatles?
They're bargaining out there, man. That really messed people up. That messed people up, man.
The next time you think
And
you
Jim
want to
did
keep,
it.
next time you think you want to keep the Beatles' entire catalog, I encourage you to go listen to Band on the Run, and you will regret your life choices.
That's
Hey,
not
that's solo.
Beatles.
That's solo. That's solo.
That's what Dave was
we
making
have
fun of me for
decided
last
that the
week.
solo careers that come after, they're on their own. So they're on their own for that. Zen says he can confirm that they've been listening to Christmas music all year round.
My condolences, good sir.
Yeah, sorry, bro. That's tough. That's tough. Work retail one season and you're good.
You'll get over it.
yeah.
You'll get over it.
Tell
Absolutely.
Richard I said this is a hill that I'll die on. Yep. There we are. Well, I want to thank everybody for rocking with us. It's time for us to transition into the radio portion of the show. Those of you that are part of the YouTube community, want to thank you for being here and watching. Make sure that you go check us out over at Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, iTunes, all the places that you stream podcasts. You can listen to the recaps. And obviously the videos are up on YouTube.
Yep.
Darcy's been doing a great job putting out lots of shorts and things and doing a lot with
Follow,
engagement.
like, share.
So I want to thank her for that.
Please
so
subscribe.
From Darcy, from Jim, from Richard, and myself, along with Marty, Ted, Andy at the bar, and Zen there. I want to thank everybody for rocking with us, being a part of the
Thank you.
Maverick Rose Music Hour.
Yeah.
If you are on the
Thank
radio,
you.
don't go anywhere. We're going to listen to 2 hours of 60s psychedelic music, along with some other stuff thrown in. So, and Richard's been kind enough. He's going to hang around for the radio show with us. So,
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to it.
We're looking forward to that. So we will be right back with you if you are on WCOM LP out of Chapel Hill and Carborough. That's 103.5 FM on the dial, WCOMFM.org. For all of you that are watching the video, you can check that out over at WCOMFM.org. Live streaming at 11 o'clock. Well, I say live streaming. It's a recording of the live radio show. So,
At 11
all right.
o'clock.
We will catch you all next week. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, guys.
Sláinte, blessed sound.
Yep, and
Thank
like I said,
you.
if you've got ideas for Highlander, ideas for Billboard, go over to MaverickRoseMusic.com
Send
and
it,
hit that
send it.
inbox, and we will catch you next week.